Yo guys, what is up? 33 and a third RPM here. Very excited back again today to talk about the newest Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, whatever you call him, project, Awaken My Love. If you've watched me since the beginning or if you've gone back and watched some of my older reviews, you know that the only ever CD review I've done is of the 1975's I Like It When You Sleep, for You Were So Beautiful Yet So Unaware of It, that I did. And that reason is because I didn't have the vinyl yet, I didn't have the money, and it was just an album I simply needed to talk about. This is the same case. I freaking adore this album. I've been a big fan of Gambino. His first project, Camp, I think is fantastic. His second project, Because of the Internet, I was a little iffy on, but I think it did have its very, very good moments. And then this project came out. He just announced it. He had his Pharaohs concerts this summer in California. And he says, hey, guess what? I'm not rapping anymore. I'm singing. He comes out with Awaken My Love, an album that is so polarizing to so many people, it has me baffled on the reception to it. Some people absolutely love it. Some people absolutely hate it. I'm going to tell you why I personally love this album and think it's one of the best of the year. So, this album starts off with the track Me and Your Mama, which is a 6-minute long epic track that he releases, one of the two singles. He released this and track 6, Redbone, right? So, Me and Your Mama is very interesting, right? 6 minutes long, but only 2 of them have actual vocals. The other 4 are instrumentals, which sounds like a hi-hat, some bass, some synths, and a gospel choir. This song just feels like a almost holy experience, as the song starts off with these gentle piano notes coming into the synths, the drums, the hi-hats, and the choir that goes for about a minute and a half without any beat change until a guitar kicks in, a demonic laugh that almost sounds like Vincent Price from Michael Jackson's Thriller comes in, and I'm just going to call him Gambino, comes in on this verse, absolutely murdering these vocals. It's a breakup song, screaming, howling for this lover, where it's like, can't stand it, and going into this giant scream, so let me into you. This is just a song that really gets me, just because it's so freaking powerful, and this is definitely a song you need to listen to loud to experience the bass and the transitions. We got track 2 on here, Have Some Love, which is where this album gets really funky. Something that almost sounds a little bit like a James Brown type chorus. And Gambino really talks about this message of spreading love and positivity throughout the year, because 2016 has not been a year where opinions are really tolerated or anything, and he just talks about spreading love. Have some love for your brothers, have some time for one another. It's just a catchy, upbeat song. We got track 3, Boogeyman, on here, which is just epic combination of psychedelic rock and, once again, funk music. And the best comparison I've heard when I was talking to my friends about this album is that it sounds like a theme song for like a supervillain. Like the chorus, is calling out to the boogeyman, and Gambino's playing the part of the boogeyman, echoing back "Yes, I can" when they ask him for help. It's just a really, really cool song. You got track 4 in here, Zombies. Zombies was one that I was originally very high on, but now I'm not, kind of. It's once again a very slow-burning psychedelic track with not a lot of build-up towards it. Creepy, very creepy, as these backing vocals cover them after the verses. They're like, "We're coming out to get you. We're oh so glad we met you." And it's kind of I took it as a metaphor of the labels and the industry, taking away all of your profits, taking away everything that you've garnered as an artist to take it for themselves. He says the first line is, "All I see is zombies walking around me." I think it's a very powerful line. You got track 5 on here, Riot, which I think is just an awesome display of power. I mean, there's so many random percussion instruments on here that, as a percussionist, I think is so cool. He uses a freaking vibra-slap on here. A vibra-slap. Like, that's just the best instrument ever. This is a short one, only about 2 minutes, but this flows perfectly in track 6, Redbone, a fantastic, just butter smooth track with Gambino. I can't tell if it's pitch shifted or if he's just singing really high, but in this really high register that you couldn't even honestly identify as him if I didn't tell you it was him. Lyrics that just make you want to go, oh yeah, and this beat that he rides over so well. These synth tones just kind of back him up so perfectly. This is at 5 minutes long. Fantastic song. Love this. This goes in track 7, California, easily my favorite track on here. I know a lot of people don't like this because it sounds a lot like mumble rap today. People like Young Thug and Yo Gotti and 21 Savage, and I don't like those people at all, but I love this song simply because of its beat. And yes, the hook is freaking catchy as he just sings over this tropical instrumentation that even has a freaking pan flute in here. She wants to move to California. She must have lost her fucking mind as it goes over here. It builds up from just this simple 3 synth note, so the pan flute comes in, to these organs come in, sounds like a maraca or a shaker comes in as this beat really builds up, and Gambino is smothered in auto-tune here, almost to the point of just over excess. Sounds like will.i.am. This track really took a couple listens to stick with me, but I think it's one of the best moments in this album, and I really, really love this song. And only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I really wish this one was a little bit longer. Next track on here is Terrified. Terrified being the first time I listened to it, to say the least. It's a weird song, and honestly, this one and the next song, Baby Boy, I'm kind of indifferent on. They're good songs, I just wouldn't go out of my way to listen to them. Baby Boy being the next track, which is a 6-minute long kind of acoustic ballad, very unique, to say the least, for this album, where he sings in almost a different style and everything. Got some psychedelic rock, some acoustic rock, got some like modern trap rap for one song, got some funk, and then some gospel in beginning and closing elements. Next track on here is called The Night Me and Your Mama Met, so a callback to the first track here. It's a 3-minute long instrumental, and it's amazing with this these strumming acoustic chords and what sounds like a synth, but I'm not sure, that comes in with this squelching noise that just, it hits, and once again, these background gospel singers come to tie it together to the first song, and it's just beautiful, man. This is just a perfect song that kind of breaks up the flow of this very fast-paced album. This song ends with the song Stand Tall, which is 6 minutes long. This is another acoustic ballad, but very unique for Gambino, because he has no vocal effects for, I think, the first time in this entire album. It's just him singing over guitar and a couple other elements, and it's just a very, very special listen to conclude this album. Definitely one I don't want to say too much about, because there's a really cool change up about halfway through that you just need to experience, and yeah, it's really cool. So, let's just briefly show you what's in the CD version. The vinyl doesn't come out till next year, but I pre-ordered it. So when it comes out, maybe I'll do like a, hey, I got this, and another review. Show you what's inside of here. So we got the cover. If you've seen, I can sorry, there's a little glare. There you go. If you've seen his show Atlanta, this is actually a picture on the wall in one of the houses. Weird reference. Now here's something a little weird. The back is a hand, so I'm trying not to get the glare. And there are the tracks, very printed very faintly, but this hand covers up Redbone, California, Terrified, and Baby Boy. I don't know. And it's upside down, too. Like, there's all the tracks. I don't know. This is a weird album, dude. The booklet, it's just, it has this kind of motif of those water droplets with the songs and the writers listed on there. This CD, this is so weird, man. I love this. It's a mouth with a tongue. It says Childish Gambino, Awaken My Love. Of course, Glass Note, that's the label he's been with for all 3 albums. And the back is that tongue and mouth again. It also does come with a poster, but that's already up on my wall, because that is pretty cool. It's of this, like, face in a cage, and it says, like, be positive, don't be detrimental on the bottom. Something really cool. Okay. To tie us all up, I think this album is freaking amazing. This is easily in my top 3 albums of this year so far. I think it's unique. I think it's retro. I think the production is fantastic. I think Donald Glover can sing his ass off. I think this is just a amazing display of force from someone who people thought had kind of already found his niche and was just kind of go with that. One thing I love about him is he just changes up whenever he feels like he's mounted something or getting bored with it, and this is just really a prime example of that. He kills almost every song on here. There only being one song that I really don't like, that's Zombies. I think a lot of people are kind of caught on the fact that this is not rap. You know, the closest thing to that is California on here, but that doesn't mean that it's not a fantastic project. You know, this album is near perfect. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10 and a very, very, very strong recommendation. Go check this out. Go support this, because it's not going to get played on the radio. You're not going to hear it anywhere else, because it's a weird album, but it's super cool. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening to my opinion. I'm not going to talk about the Green Day album, because that's going to come out soon. Maybe. All right. Thank you for watching. If you got all the way to this part in the video and you've heard this album, Drop me a comment, tell me what your favorite song is. Do you like California? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Do you really, really hate it? Tell me why. Until next time, though, guys, I am 33 1/3 RPM. I'll catch you on the flip side. Keep on spinning.